the wind and the sea. Combined with time has made the treasures of this island. The mysterious sand island disappears at high tide and shows up at low tide. Although it may disappear today, it will return tomorrow. Just like the sand island, the oasis of the sea, there is a village that lives for the hope of tomorrow. Two people are at the dock of Daeijak Island every morning. Mr. Choi Kyu-hee used to work as the mailman of Daeijak Island for 27 years until he became a tour guide. The other person is Chun-sik, who became the mailman of the village after Mr. Choi quit. When it's time for the ferry to arrive, Mr. Choi awaits the tourists and Chun-sik gets ready to take the mail that arrives. As the weather gets colder, there are fewer tourists and more mail. Especially at the year end, there are many gifts from family members on the mainland. He takes off to go around the island, delivering the messages. 44 kilometers from Incheon Port, Daeijak Island is part of the Chawol Islands of Ongjin-gun. The first place Chun-sik heads for is Changgol village. There are 3 villages in Daeijak Island, and Changgol is the one located in the middle. The small island doesn't have a post office. This storage container in Changgol village is used to separate the mail.
이런 거는 다 연합장인데.
People must be sending their holiday greetings. He goes off to find the recipients. He arrives at Kenam, the village at the far end of Daeijak Island. This is a village well known to people from other regions. It's because the island was the setting for A Teacher in an Island, a film from the 60s. The Kenam Branch School was where the single male teacher taught in the movie. No single men or women remain on the island. However, there is someone from the film that still lives on the island.
한 살 때 그때 당시 김문숙 여배우 등에 업혀가지고 애기로 나오죠.
대사 뭐였어요?
대사 한마디 응애 응애.
Yuho's job is to guide tourists who visit Daeijak Island to the mysterious sand island. This island that only shows up at low tide is better known as Pultung. Pultung covers an area of 990,000 meters squared. This wide area of sand repetitively submerges underwater and comes back up in a 12-hour cycle. Pultung is the pride of the people of Daejak Island. The mirage-like island of golden sand isn't a sight you see every day. Yuho understands the ecology of Pultung better than anyone. It's the result of over 30 years of observation.
골뱅이가 들어오다가 또 외터에 있으면 불가사리가 들어오고 그러다 보면 싹 쓸어가지고 조개류가 전혀 없어요. 근데 이 뒤쪽에만은 워낙 깊은 데서 사니까 불가사리한테 그 천적이 피할 수가 있어요. 뒤쪽에만은 항상 많이 있죠.
There was a time when Yuho had moved away from home. It was when his father, a fisherman, passed away. However, now he wants to remain in his hometown for the rest of his life. Changgol village is close to Pultung. Chang Jae-ja married her daughter off in Pohang a few days ago. She is preparing a small gathering to express her gratitude to the villagers who were part of the celebration. The sea eel she caught last fall is cooked for her welcome guests. It must be the same for all parents, but the bride's father cried more than anyone the night before the wedding.
아침에 호텔에서 나와서 혼자 울고 저녁에 집에 와서 울고
진짜로?
두 번 울었어.
하여간 딸 보내라 고생 많았어요.
고마워.
아유, 누나 이거 가보지도 못하고 늦게 이거 약속하지 마. 축하드려요.
고마워.
All she wants is for her daughter to be happily married. That's all her parents hope for. It snowed quite a lot during the night. However, Jae-ja and Okman head for the mountain. "30 minutes down the quiet trail, they arrive at Mount Pua, the mountain they always climb. The name was named after its shape that looks like a baby on a mother's back. The people of Daejak Island believe that this mountain protects the island.
아유 누나 사줘.
눈이 오늘은
참 좋구만.
녹지 않는 눈이네.
A red, 80-meter-long bridge takes them to the path that leads to the summit of Mount Pua. They start getting out of breath at this point. The hike gets quite interesting closer to the peak. We are finally at the top. All the neighboring islands are visible from the mountaintop. As they look out at the view, they make silent wishes for their married daughter to be happy. It is always the same wish. Nine seniors make up the entire congregation. They cut through the dark night to pray together. They pray for God's blessing to spread all over the world. There is an important event on Daeijak Island. It's the election of the village leader.
오늘 신임 대표를 선출하는 날입니다. 여러분들께서 그 신임 대표를 어떻게 선출하는 데서 많이 생각하시고 표를 좀 잘 던져주시기 바랍니다. 지금 그동안
They are selecting the new leader of the people of Daeijak Island. The villagers look forward to hearing the campaign promises of the three candidates.
평등한 마을, 공정한 마을, 투명한 행정, 이렇게 세 가지 목표를 가지고 열심히 일을 처리해 나가겠습니다. 생태계, 교육장 이런 것을 설립을 해서 다소 일자리를 확보하도록 그렇게 하겠습니다.
저 같은 경우는 잠을 사실 못 이뤘습니다. 저는 형제도 친인척도 없습니다. 그래서 깨끗하게 이작도를 끌고 나갈 수 있다고 생각하고요.
The election finally begins. Excitement fills the village hall as if it were a presidential election.
지금 저 마을 이장도 동네 대통령이거든요. 대통령 선거보다 더 중요해요, 이게 지금.
글쎄 뭐 이작을 위해서 일 많이 한다는 사람 내 머릿속에 딱 저장이 돼 있으니까 그 사람 뽑겠죠. 그 이상은 못하죠.
동네 골고루 아우를 수 있는 그런 사람, 한쪽에 치우치지 않고 그런 사람이면 가장 좋을 것 같아요.
1번.
One person stepped down right before the election, so the vote is between two candidates.
3, 1.
Excitement and disappointment alternate with each vote.
3 해서 김성민 씨가 당선이 되었습니다.
저를 찍어주신 분이나 안 찍어주신 분이나 다 같이 우리 주민이고 동민입니다. 똑같은 마음으로 같이 동네 발전을 위해서 같이 힘써봅시다. 고맙습니다.
The villagers hold a party when the election is over. It is to encourage one another after a year of good work.
아주 축하해. 박수 한번.
고맙습니다.
Daejak Island will see many new changes. Every end is a new beginning. The stories of our daily lives have no endings. On this faraway island, people lead lives with simple hope in their hearts.